Okay, JP, since you're sort of making the affirmative case here, what evidence do you have that the supernatural is real?
Lee, in the last 25 years, the evidence for the supernatural has been so overwhelming that the leading defender of atheism, intellectual philosopher Tony Flew, for 60 years has been the top defender of atheism, has this last year become a believer in the supernatural and in God.
Really?
And the reason he has done so has not been because he wanted the supernatural to be true, but because of the evidence. Three strands of evidence were most important for Flew. First, we now know, according to the Big Bang Theory, that the natural world of space, time, and matter has begun to exist at some time in the past. And as Ted Koppel said on Nightline, bangs have bangers. The second piece of evidence that we have is the fact that there are at least 50 constants of nature. A constant of nature would be like the mass of a proton, the charge of an electron, the force of gravity in the universe. If any one of these 50, much less all 50, were different, larger or smaller, on the order of a billionth of a percentage point, there would be no life whatsoever in the universe. And as theoretical physicist Paul Davies said, it looks like the dice were rigged in advance for life to appear. Bangs have bangers and rigged dice have riggers. Finally, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence is a search that bases its work on the assumption that information can only come from an intelligent mind. But the number one discovery of 20th century biology was that the thing that constitutes living organisms is libraries filled with information. The thing that makes something living is that it is pregnant with information, and information comes from an informer. So Anthony Flew and a number of others are becoming believers in the supernatural because of the evidence. Bangs have bangers, information has an informer, and rigged dice has a rigger.
And you're saying this information is found in DNA, is that correct?
It is found in DNA and the genetic code, which is information-rich, information-bearing.